So there's greatawakening.win. There's this guy who's apparently it's like a shitty Reddit. The Q. Hold on. Can I zoom in well on that? Yeah, I can. Yeah. I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna say yes to this. Actual pedo on Twitch. By remove Joe Biden. Not Q related. So this person's like, I don't fucking care. I'm uninterested in this. And then he continues to go, this guy wears a costume to appeal to kids. I think he thinks this. Because he's talking about me. This is my appeal to children. Hey kids, you like cash crops? Boy, oh boy, don't we? Isn't it? Oh man, welcome to the land of subsidiary farming in America. Boy, oh boy, don't I like the plastics industry? All right. And then he goes on. This guy wears a costume to appeal to kids. Okay, all right. I guess he thinks kids like that corn shit. All right. And then forces sex down their throats. Okay. He's a sheep to the pedo Dems. I'm not a Democrat. And grooms children in chat. Wait, are you children? Grooms children in chat by asking them to watch porn and tell younger siblings to watch porn. So he must have caught our sexual education situation, right? So we talked about how we should have comprehensive sex ed. I don't think I told you to tell your sister or whatever, fuck it, or your younger siblings to watch porn, because I don't think porn teaches you comprehensive sex education. What I do want you to do is, if you have children, is to be honest about sex when it comes up in a way that makes sense, and hopefully we can institute broad spectrum sexual education so that we can, specifically starting with consent. Consent is the #1 thing that should be taught in all education levels. Even before we talk about the sex aspect, just consent on bodily autonomy. Start consent from day 1. I'm talking preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. Consent. Do I have consent to hug you? Do I have consent to shake your hand or give you a high five? Do I have consent to speak? Like, just literally just all of that. Just consent-based things. There's this really great video, I think it was a TikTok. Sadly, this teacher has since died of COVID. So maybe you've seen it. It went a little bit viral on Twitter after she died again. It went viral twice. It went viral the first time when she posted it, and viral the second time when she died, sadly, because she was a great educator. She had little kids in her class. They looked to be about kindergarten age, and maybe 1st grade at the most, but I doubt it. And then they had, like, every day after class, they would do this positivity routine. I mean, it was at the end of the day. Anyway, there was like a little wheel up, or like a board up top, and it had like a high five, a hug, a fist bump, and a handshake, right? And so one kid would stand there who was nominated by the class, I assume. I don't know how that works. So a kid would stand there, and he'd be the giver of the positivity, and then the child would walk up, and you could choose to pick one of the 4 or not to pick any of them and walk away. So it was a lesson in consent. They'd walk up and they'd go, I want a hug, and they'd slap the little picture of the hug, and then they would hug each other. It was super cute, right? It was super, super cute. And then near the end, kids are going, do, 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 and wanting all 4, and so they go handshake, high five, fist bump, hug. That's super cute. This is, like, beautiful. And you had kids of multiple races and obviously different genders and sexes, but probably, you know, they were a little young to probably have that discussion, but like, because they were preschool or kindergarten. So, but you talk about this, like, very mixed group of children learning consent and positive affirmation from their peers in a way that, like, familiarizes you with bodily autonomy. It familiarizes you with comfort. It familiarizes you with the you know, normalizing, especially same-sex interactions. Lots of, because the kid that was chosen was a boy, and he's having lots of hugs with boys, and it wasn't like, and it was just normalized. It was super normalized. It wasn't like, you're gay, right? Not like when I grew up, right? And it was beautiful. Does Jake talk to people about education a lot? Yeah. I was an educator, so it comes up. And also, education is incredibly important. It's fundamental to making sure that we have good politics as we move forward, right? And so that to me is sex education. Like, because it's literally teaching consent. You can apply that to sex education. And also, it's broader. It's more broadly just social education, right? And socializing people to interact with each other in a positive manner. Absolutely. But it applies to sex education. So just these consent exercises you move, you don't even have to talk about the word consent. Really, I think you should, but you don't have to. People just naturally will learn, you intuit that I need to ask permission to do something with you or to you, right? Like it's fascinating. I'm so sad that educator died. We need more good educators like that because she was beautiful, beautiful person. Anyway, so he thinks I'm a pedophile. I guess that's fine. Here's my stance on pedophilia. Okay, shocker, not a good thing. And also, kids, you're not sexy. Sorry, kids. You're just not sexy. It's like they're not even trying to be sexy. It's really weird. Not even sexy. Who would want to do anything with a kid? Icky. Gross. I don't want kids around me. I don't want them speaking to me. I don't want them like doing stuff near me. Ugh. I want to be able to opt out of my interaction with a child at any point. That's pretty much where I'm at. I am let's be real. Let's be real. That's oof. No, thank you. My multiple-year plan to convince Jake I'm an adult and kiss him has been foiled. Ah, shit. I think you mean pederasty? I don't know why you gotta, well, actually me, man. I don't want to, no kids are sexy. That's just a fact. This is the third time you've dunked on children as a demographic in this stream. Laudable. True. I really have dunked on kids a lot today. That's sorry. Until you hit 18, you're a child, okay? That's true. And even after that, you might not mentally be an adult, but I will treat you as such. Frankly, I'll treat you as a person, though, an autonomous person, for as long as as long as you can be that, which is like your whole life. But yeah, kids are fucking stupid, bro. That's a different thing too. And like totally not respecting kids' opinion, but also respecting them as individuals is such a line. Right? Because, like, their opinions are dog shit, right? Children have dumb, stupid opinions. And a lot of them can be harmful to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like specifically other kids. They're like, kids are fucking mean to each other. But also understanding that you have to talk to kids with respect, right? It's a hard line to draw. And you learn it when you become an educator to kind of do this. Where there's that distance, right? Because you don't want as an educator, you do not want to get too close to kids. Yikes. But also, good thing you didn't go into elementary education, Jake. Well, I specifically chose not to. Because, well, twofold. Definitely men doing elementary education has a stigma with it, which is unfair. And it's like one of the only times that men face true sexism is anytime they interact with little kids. Like, seriously. So as part of that, not wanting to deal with the bullshit that goes along with that. And also, I wanted to have more intellectual, deep conversations with people that were leaning into adulthood that I didn't get to have when I was a kid. Like, when you're in your teen years, someone's got to level with you, man. And there's not a lot of teachers willing to level with you. Like, but I was willing. And so I think that's... My dad's been a middle school teacher for 30 years. Yeah, he's probably great. So I'm not saying that they're bad or anything. I'm saying that it's an unfair thing that happens to men in educational fields or caretaking fields a lot of times. And it's like, again, it's like one of the only times we experience genuine sexism. Yeah. It's or if you're alone, if you're alone with like a student for a little period of time, you're like, I don't know about that. It's like, they really, really, really warned, especially the male students, about that. Like, make sure you're covered by another person. Like, no one-on-ones with anybody because it's a big problem. Although it seems to be, interestingly, it seems to be a much bigger problem among the lady teachers at this point. Maybe it's because they're not taught as much to stay away. I don't know. He's dealt with that many times. Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. It's a stress I didn't want to deal with, and so I was just going with Although at the time I was like, shit, in my early 20s, so we weren't that far off. And there were uncomfortably situations where there were some seniors that tried to flirt, and I wasn't about that shit. I wasn't a fan of that. That's a yikes from me, dog. No. I actually have a cousin that got honeypotted like that, and he's dumb. He's dumb for doing that. She was 18. He was in his early 20s, like 21, 22 when he got his degree. And so, I mean, like, the age difference isn't that big. In fact, the age difference between me and Sarah is bigger than the age between me and those students. Specifically, 2 of them were trying to flirt with me. And bigger than the age gap between my cousin and his now wife. I think they're married. Anyway, like, it's just unethical. I don't think you should be doing that. Now, maybe later down the road, if you're both adults and you reconnect over time, and there's there's time to where your power dynamic isn't influencing that, good. But yeah,